protein. By 2100, the world will need 520 billion grams of it per day. In terms of cattle, that's 15 million animals of beef, resulting in 86 million pounds of greenhouse gases. Of course, not all protein comes from cows, but this stat makes a future with beef as a protein staple of the world borderline impossible. Today, livestock and the transportation thereof accounts for about 15% of global emissions. But what if we turn to a plant-based diet? Some argue that plant-based diets make protein consumption difficult, but I'd argue it simply requires a change in strategy. Instead of concentrating protein in one piece of a meal, you have to disperse it throughout. With the addition of beans, nuts, seeds, whole grains, lentils, and soy products throughout the diet, protein goals become achievable. And for that reason, we must all become vegan to save the world. Or do we? Do you hear that? That, my friends, is the future calling. Crickets are one of the many insects being looked at for future protein sources due to one of the most simple biological principles, conversion ratios. Generally speaking, the smaller the animal, the more efficient the conversion ratio, which is the feed needed for an organism to reach a given mass. For example, 1 kilogram of cattle need 10 kilograms of feed, whereas 1 kilogram of crickets needs 1.7 kilograms of feed. And don't forget to consider that we eat the whole cricket and not the whole cow. Crickets, and insects in general, also give beef a run for its money in terms of vitamins and minerals. Due to their fast growth, insect nutritional profiles are often more dependent and reflective of their feeds than livestock are, making them almost customizable to some extent. But how can I try to convince you to eat these dirty little buggers? Well, to start, any food-grade animal will be free from dirt and other dirty particles, so I imagine the real question is about germs. Since insect DNA is so wildly different from our own, insect pathogens are almost never able to cross-infect, thereby reducing the need for both worry and GMOs. Insects can get a bad rap because they can be carriers of human diseases, like mosquitoes with malaria, but farmed, contained populations will never have the chance to become carriers. Might I add that processed red meats are a grade 2A carcinogen? So you're sold! Exciting times, but as you check the price of a pound of crickets, you realize your wallet is still in love with ground beef. Here's where economics enter the picture. The insect demand is at its infancy, so like anything with low demand, the price is high. But imagine a future where insect farming had the same resources as beef. By simply looking at how much less water, land, and feed is needed to produce the same quantity of food, we can surmise how quickly your wallet would fall out of love with beef and in love with our little friends. Oh, and I almost forgot the craziest part. Many insects like the black soldier fly larvae can feed on our bio-waste, and the waste they make can be used as fertilizer. And with this circular approach, we can also address problems of food waste. Plants, meat, and insects are all pieces of the future food puzzle, but it's clear our current approach won't be the one that solves it. This future may seem ridiculous, but I ask you to view it with a logical lens, not a cultural one. I'm excited for it, and I know a bunch of other mammals who are too. Are you?